Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today we're going to be going over my final thoughts ahead of the Game Week 22 deadline tomorrow. Captaincy choices, transfers you should be thinking of bringing in, all that good stuff. So if you're excited for today's video, as always, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 50 likes. Leave a comment. What are you doing with your team? You're playing any chips? Who are you bringing in? Let me know. Subscribe if you're brand new. With all of that out of the way, let's get into the video, and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, I did go over my team selection and preview in yesterday's video. I'm still super undecided on what I'm going to do with my transfers. This is how my team is looking at the moment. I've got De Gea in goal, a nice little double up there with Villa and Brentford away. Well, I say a nice double up, but I'm honestly not expecting that many clean sheet points from those two games there. At the back, we have Trent, who did train yesterday. I don't know why he's still flagged. He did train yesterday with Alisson. He is back for Brentford at home. I'm not sure if he's going to be playing in the Arsenal game. But he is hopefully going to be back for Brentford. I've got Cancelo at the back, Reguilon, Rudiger. Rudiger did score the winner against Tottenham in the cup last night, so hopefully he can repeat that at Man City or Brighton. And then in midfield, I have Foden, Gray, Bowen, and Jota. I've got the captaincy on Jota right now, but that will change after I've done my transfers. And then up front, I have Watkins and Antonio. On the bench, Steele, Locadia, Salah, and White. As you can see, my bench needs a lot of work, which is what I'm going to be doing this week. I think I am going to take a hit to take out Salah and Locadia. But who I'm bringing in, I honestly do not know. And I think this is the most kind of, since Salah is obviously at AFCON, and there's not really any standout captains, honestly, the armband has been given to like loads of different players, because the Ronaldo news came out today as well, where he said that he should hopefully be back for Villa because he did pick up a little injury, but he's not 100% sure. He said they're going to train on Thursday, which is obviously today, and then see how he feels. But again, he's not, you know, concreted to play against Villa. He'll most likely play against Brentford, but with a captaincy and a double game week, you kind of want them to play both games. So whether he plays both, we don't know. Kane, I think, is a lot further down on the list of captaincy, which I was quite surprised at, because he has picked up a little bit of form. You know, he did score, well, he didn't score, he was offside, but he has been scoring a few offside goals lately in Cup and League. So, I mean, Kane is a little bit more of an option, but without Son, is that going to damage his chances? Who knows? I mean, he is on penalties and stuff. But the thing about Spurs is, after this double game week, you know, they've got Chelsea, which is obviously a tough fixture. Then they've got Southampton at home, which is a bit better. Wolves is a really tough fixture. Then they've got City. Like, I don't think Spurs players are really players you should be piling on right now. I think they do still have another game in hand, which again could be at any point. Like, honestly, the double game weeks could be anywhere between game week 22 and game week 30, because there's so many teams. Like Watford, for example, have a few extra games to play. Leicester have a few extra games to play. Everton have a few. Like, there's so many teams that still have a bunch of double game weeks to play. Like, even Liverpool have one as well, which we're all hoping is a big one where Salah is back. I know most people are going to triple captain in that week, but I know a lot of people already use their triple captaincy, and I just feel like if they do have like Leeds and then Norwich or something like that, which could potentially be a possibility for Salah, I think it's just going to be crazy if you don't triple captain in that game week. But yeah, that's my team going into game week 22. But of course, I do have some transfers to make. So I'm going to go over my transfers now, and then I'm going to go over captaincy options and stuff like that. So as you can see, I have 1.1 mil in the bank. The thing about transfers at the moment is, yeah, I have Salah now, but obviously I'm going to want to take him out, and then I'm still going to have to make sure I have enough money to bring him back in when he comes back from AFCON, because there's no way I'm going through FPL game weeks without my mate Salah in that midfield with the armband on him, especially when he comes back as well. He's going to have some nice fixtures coming up. Like, he's probably going to be back around game week, I'm going to say like game week 25 at the latest. Like, he could come back game week 24. Egypt did lose their first game. I mean, I don't expect them to go out in the group stages, but if Egypt do, then he could be back for like game week 24, 23, I think. I'm not really sure how the fixtures are in the AFCON. I've not really been keeping too much up to date with it. I've only been really keeping up with Egypt. But yeah, if he is back for 25, 26, you know, this could be a double here. Like, Norwich and Leeds could be a double. It'd be absolutely ridiculous if that was the case. They do blank in 27, which is a bit unfortunate. That could definitely be a free hit game week though as well, because I think Chelsea and Leicester also blank in that game week, although it's very, very lightly. There's quite a few teams blanking in 27, so I'm definitely not using my free hit this week. I'm most likely going to use it on 27 or 30, because I know 30 is another big blank game week. but we'll have to see what happens when we get more information. Yeah, so transfers that I'm thinking of doing, obviously I went over it a little bit in my team selection video yesterday. I'm definitely getting rid of Lockadere and Salah this week. I've made my mind up about that, but I don't know whether to go big in midfield and bring in someone like, I don't know, Fernandez, or I'm not sure whether to go big up top and instead of King or Dennis, bring in someone like Ronaldo or Kane. The only reason that I'm kind of against Ronaldo and Kane at the moment and more inclined to go with a Watford striker like King or Dennis is because Watford have arguably the best double game week, playing, who do they even play? I should know this, man. I should know this. They have a really, really good, let's just put King in. They have a really good double game week. They've got, yeah, Newcastle and Burnley. So arguably the best double game week. I know Watford aren't the best team, but I mean, they score goals. And I think Watford, you know, with the likes of King and Dennis and stuff, I think are really good options up top. King is on penalties. I know that Ronaldo and Kane are as well, but King is a lot cheaper, and again, has the better fixtures. As well as that, Ronaldo isn't, you know, definitely going to play against Villa. You know, he might be rested in that game because he is still kind of rocking a little bit of an injury. So I don't really want that. Like, if I'm bringing in a player for a double game week, I don't want the chance of them not playing to be a thing. You know, I was very unlucky bringing in Graham because, I mean, no one could have known that they weren't going to play against Leicester in the second game. You know, a lot of people bought in DCL. He obviously didn't play. And as well as that, Kane is a little bit more of an option that I would kind of be okay bringing in, but at the same time, as I've just been over, like, their fixtures aren't fantastic. You know, Chelsea and City in the next 4, and Wolves at home, which again, Wolves are no pushover. Like, Wolves are really, really good at the back now. So I don't know if Kane is really the option I want to go in. And I've still got 12.3 mil in the bank. So again, I'm not sure who I'd bring in midfield. It could be Maddison, but again, I'm still kind of waiting on Brendan Rodgers' press conference to see if they are gonna kind of get players back. You know, there's quite a few players that should be back right now, like Daka should be back, Thomas should be back, all these players, but they don't, well, at the time of the Everton game, they just didn't have enough senior players. So if any of the Leicester games are in doubt for the double game week, then I'm probably not going to bring in Maddison, but I think I'm going to bring in King, and honestly, I could give him the armband as well. Dennis is also another option, and I know a lot of people in the comment section are like, why are you going with King over Dennis? Like, I think Ranieri even came out and said today that, like, he's still unsure on whether those players that were injured, so like Foster and Dennis, are going to play in the next game. So again, there's just so much uncertainty around those players. If I'm bringing them in for a hit as well, I want to make sure they're definitely going to play, and I know King is definitely going to play. But again, with the midfield, I honestly don't know. Like, I want to bring in a Leicester player. Like, I'd probably bring Maddison in, but at the same time, it's the same situation with the Spurs players. Like, obviously, the Spurs players will play both these games, well, most likely. But, well, I mean, they might not because they do play each other, and it depends if Leicester have enough players. But then after that, like, Leicester's fixture are terrible as well. Like, I'm not keeping Maddison for a long time. I'm obviously going to get rid of him for Salah when obviously he's back from AFCON. But obviously, that's in the future. Like, right now, I'm obviously with that bad situation, so I'm kind of more leaning to this. If we do get news that Leicester's, you know, got players back and everything, then I'm probably going to bring in Maddison and King. But again, I'm still very undecided. A lot of people are saying, like, bring in Ronaldo, bring in Kane, all that stuff, which again, I might do, but I've already been over why I'm probably not going to bring those players in. Yeah, there's captaincy options. I mean, honestly, I think the Watford strikers are a good shout. I think the likes of Ronaldo is a good shout if he's going to play. I think Kane's an okay shout, you know, but apart from that, you could go for a single player game week like Jota, maybe even Trent if you were really feeling ballsy. You could go with Bowen, who scored a brace, could have got 4 last night. Really wish he did, because I did captain him. Absolutely shot my rank up though, by the way, so big thank you to Jared Bowen. But yeah, honestly, there's not really a lot more to talk about because of the likes of like Son being injured and stuff. It has made a little bit more of it, like, because in a perfect world I would have just took Salah out for Son and I would have been fine, but that wasn't the case, unfortunately. So I've obviously made free hit teams this week. I made wildcard draft videos, so if you want to go check those out, more than free to. I really do appreciate all the support that you guys have been showing the channel this week, especially. It's been crazy. But yeah, I think Watford players, I mean, Watford strikers, good captaincy options. Ronaldo's a good captaincy option. Kane's a good captaincy option. I know that's like the answer that a lot of people want, like, who do you captain? There's no right or wrong answer. It's generally just who you back. But yeah, that is going to be everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to drop a like down below. Leave a comment with your thoughts. What are you doing with your team? Are you playing any chips? Let me know. Subscribe if you're brand new. That's everything from me, though. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.